Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Romani. Today I'm giving you 5 micro habits that have helped me maintain my 30-pound weight loss. Now, if you're unfamiliar with a micro habit, it's just a habit that is very small, so you don't have to do too much, but this small habit is going to make a big impact. So the steps that I'm going to give you today are pretty manageable and you should be able to easily incorporate them into your everyday routine without really thinking too much about it. The first micro habit that I absolutely swear by is getting at least 5,000 to 10,000 steps in every single day. Now, I know if you don't get a lot of steps in the day, that can sound like a lot, but it is pretty easy to make happen. The way that I do it is when I wake up, I immediately go on a walk. Now, I either go on a walk in my neighborhood if I don't really have time to drive somewhere, but if I have time, I'll drive to the beach because I live in LA, or I will drive to a trail of some sort. But honestly, I don't really feel like driving every single day, so I will wake up, brush my teeth, wash my face, and I will go on a walk in my neighborhood, and then I come right back. And I typically walk for about an hour, and that is going to get me to about 2.5 miles. So for every mile, it's about 2,000 steps. So if you don't have an Apple Watch or like an iPhone to track your steps, you know that for every mile that you go, it's going to be a minimum of 2,000 steps. So if you want to get at least 10,000 steps in, you would need to do 5 miles throughout the entire day. And if you want to do around 5,000 steps, you would need to walk 2.5 miles every single day. I really just enjoy walking in nature, but I love listening to podcasts even more when I'm like doing my walk because I'm getting my mind right, especially because it's in the morning. So it's just a really easy, good way for me to start my day off. But I've also heard that walking throughout the day can help with digestion, sleep. It can help you manage your stress. It can boost your energy levels. So I feel like walking is just, it's a good thing all around, especially on days when I feel super sluggish and I don't really feel like doing anything. I feel like that walk in the morning helps me get my mind right. Or if I don't feel like working out for the day, I know that I can just take a long walk and I will be okay, because walking is definitely going to help you burn some calories. So just try to figure out where you can incorporate a walk in your everyday routine. Maybe you don't wake up in the morning to go walk because you have to go to work, but maybe on your lunch break, you take a walk, or maybe when you go to Target after work, you park far away so that you can really make sure you get your steps in. Maybe you get your steps in when you get to Target, you know, like when you're walking around the aisle. Really think about how you can just incorporate a little bit more walking, and don't try to do a super big goal when you first start off. When I first started my walking journey, I literally was like, okay, I'm just going to do 1 mile a few times a day. And it just like started to build up, and I started to notice that getting my steps in was really helpful. But I started off with 1 mile. So you can really just start off very small and start to work your way up. Don't try to do 5 miles, 10,000 steps on day one. The second micro habit is replacing 1 meal a day with a smoothie. I personally love doing this because it's going to reduce the amount of calories that you're eating throughout the day. So like if you're eating 3 meals a day, you're probably getting a lot more calories than if you were to just eat 2 meals and then have a smoothie. And I literally put anything in my smoothie. Sometimes I use fruit, sometimes I add a little bit of vegetables. I might add some seeds, like some pumpkin seeds, some almonds, different things like that. So I'm getting a ton of vitamins, nutrients, minerals, all in 1 cup in 1 smoothie. And I'm also getting full, but I don't have to eat a lot. I've always been a smoothie lover though, just because it's super easy to make and sometimes I don't feel like cooking. But smoothies can also be good if you've been eating a lot of food, because then you can kind of like give your body a break from breaking down all the food because you've already broken it down in the smoothie form. Smoothies are also a great snack if you're like craving something sweet. Like let's say you're craving a milkshake or some ice cream or something. If you just make a smoothie instead, it's probably going to like satisfy that craving. So you can also try that. Micro habit number 3 is drinking water all day long. Whenever I think about it, I drink my water. I've talked about water in a lot of my fitness videos because water is honestly the reason that I even started my weight loss journey 10 years ago. So I had no idea how to lose weight. I didn't know how to work out. I didn't know what to eat, but I knew that I was drinking a lot of pop and soda and juice and all the things every single day. So I told myself that I wasn't going to drink that for a week and I was only going to drink water, and I didn't change my eating habits or anything, and I lost 3 pounds, and that kickstarted my weight loss journey. So since then, I have always been an avid water drinker. Drinking water throughout the day helps me stay full so that I'm not snacking. So whenever I think about snacking, I just drink my water, and for some reason it just like satisfies the craving. Sometimes I will snack, but for the most part I'm drinking my water. Drinking a ton of water also helps your skin skin stays so clear. A lot of people ask me like, oh, how's your skin? You know, how don't you have a lot of acne and stuff like that? It's honestly because of the water, because before drinking a lot of water and just when my diet was a little bit different, I had a lot of acne on my cheeks. And I don't know, it was just a lot. And I went to like dermatologists for it. It just really wasn't working. But changing my eating habits and drinking a lot of water definitely helped me out. Drinking water throughout the day is just going to make sure you're hydrated and you're going to stay full for longer. Trust me, if you have a problem with like binge eating or overeating, as I did before, start drinking water throughout the day. And I drink mine out of a Stanley cup just because drinking out of a straw just makes everything better for me. Like, drinking out of bottles, I mean, I guess I can drink out of bottles. Nonetheless, drinking out of the straw for the Stanley cup, it just makes me feel a lot better about drinking water. So maybe get a cute cup that you like too. The fourth micro habit is not eating when I'm full. So when I notice I'm full, even if I still have a lot of food on my plate, I'm not going to eat it. It's going to be leftovers. This was a game changer for me because I always felt like, okay, I gotta eat until I'm full. You know, like as children, we're taught to clean our plates and stuff like that. So like you just constantly think that you have to continue eating. And some people develop like eating disorders, like you start binge eating just because you are in the habit of always eating, always finishing your plate. I'm done with that. So whenever I am full, like as soon as I notice myself being full, I tell myself, okay, it's time to stop eating. This is going to be leftovers. And I know that some people are like, I don't want to waste food. You don't have to waste food. Just make it leftovers and eat the next day. We really have to start practicing mindful eating and intentional eating. So we're not eating to become super full. Honestly, as humans, we literally just need to eat to stay alive. Like food tastes good, but it's not about overindulging. It's just about keeping you alive. So like eat until you're full and then stop eating. We honestly shouldn't be feeling super sluggish after eating a meal. We shouldn't be feeling super tired, like we need to go to sleep. You're supposed to be energized from food. Your food is supposed to give you nutrients. And plus, your digestive system is not like overworking when you're not overeating. When you're eating more than you need to eat, your digestive system has to work overtime, and you don't want it to have to do that. And honestly, it's tough to stop overeating, especially if you have like a really good meal. But something that I just tell myself is, Romani, you can eat this later. I feel like we like sometimes think the food is like gonna get up and run out the refrigerator. It's not. Like it's going to still be there when you come back. You don't have to eat all of this right now. There's always gonna be more when you come back. And sometimes when I'm eating, I just kind of pause for a few minutes to see if I'm full, because sometimes you don't know that you're full until you're overly full. So I really try to take my time when I'm eating. All right, the fifth micro habit kind of goes with this previous micro habit, but I only eat half of my meal. So I eat half the meal that I have and then I end up saving the rest. Now I know that this sounds the same, but it is a little bit different. So in the last micro habit, I said, you know, don't eat until you're full. But in this micro habit, I'm saying if you have a meal, you already want to like cut that meal in half and save it for later. And then you want to be mindful with the portion that you are eating this time around. I hope that this is making sense. So you really want to practice portion control. This week I've been eating out a lot, and something that I've been doing, so like if I have a takeout box, I don't eat directly out of the takeout box. I'm going to get a plate and then I'm going to like scoop food onto that plate and then I leave the rest. Now from this plate, I eat and then I like mindfully think about, okay, am I full? Am I not full? So sometimes I won't even finish the portion. Y'all know they give us big portions for like takeout. So you can honestly have a couple days worth of food. But this is also helpful because I know that a lot of people feel like, okay, if I see the food, I need to eat it. So by you cutting that portion in half and like removing it from your plate, you're not even seeing it anymore. So you've instantly cut your calories in half. But I do this even with chips. So like if you have chips, do not eat the chips straight out the bag. You want to like put it on a napkin or you want to put it in a Ziploc bag, and then you want to get the rest of the chips away from you, just so you can make sure that you're not overeating. You're not going to eat the entire bag of chips. You're going to save the rest for tomorrow. So you just kind of want to make your own portions out of everything that you get. So there you have it. Those are the 5 micro habits that have really helped me maintain my 30-pound weight loss. If you're new to your weight loss journey, I am a personal trainer and I'm going to link my 30-day weight loss plan down below, and you can use the code YouTube for a discount. This plan is going to tell you exactly what to eat for weight loss, and then you have videos of me doing the workouts with you so you know exactly what to do. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Just like it down below. And then I'll also link my weight loss playlist down below if you like to watch videos like this, because I talk about weight loss a lot, so you have a lot of videos from me to watch. Thank you for watching this one, and I will see you in my next video.